he never picked my call because I always, make a call again and again to him. Somewhat like he get annoyed.
And leaving the job, yes, obviously it's high risk.
The immediate prompt comes to me is like, are there an event planners?
So, and also there won't be any paid reviews.
In India alone, if you see, more than 1 crore weddings are happening every year.
Not completely. We are like quite disappointed because,
Hi, I'm Indumathy, co-founder of Funbay Financial Services. Fundbay is an investment banking advisory firm focusing on long-term value creation for the investors and for the founders across all the stages, be it like fundraising or for an investment opportunity. So this series, Off the Deck with the Founders, is presented by Fundbay. Today we are joined by the founders of Wedzat, a wedding video commerce vendor platform. And let's get into an off-the-deck discussion with the founders. So thank you so much for joining the session. I would like to introduce Mr. Aravind and Mr. Sandal, founders of Wedzak.
Thank you so much for inviting us.
thank you, Hindu. Thank you for inviting us.
So what is Wedzak?
Wedzat is the world's first video-based wedding vendor discovery platform. It's not just a platform, it's a complete ecosystem for married couples, marrying couples, and vendors under one roof. For married couples, come and upload your wedding videos into Wedzat and tag the real vendors who behind your events. For marrying couples, come and watch real and meaningful inspiration from Wedzat. Once you like these videos, for an example, you like something from that video, decor, photographer, videography, or costume, just in one click, you extract all the vendor detail from that video alone and connect with the real vendor without any middleman. So that's Wedzat, what we are building.
So it's very hard for me to justify, go and say, because not everybody gives me an opportunity to say, though I get no few open for feedback to ask what they are really into, but very less opportunities I get to explain to them what is Wedzat. This, I don't only face it with Wedzat or any seed stage that I raise funds for them. I hardly get into a discussion in the first stage. So this helps me to go with this show, in fact, Off the Deck with the founders. Here, we will decode the complete pitch of a founder, not only with the slides, behind the slides. It's beyond the pitch.
That's quite obvious that people used to ask you, is it a wedding planning company or else is it a listing platform? Because past so many years in India, since I would say from 1996, wedding meant for just a listing platform. Any business you start, it can be a wedding event planning company or else it can be a listing company. That's why whenever you build a new category, this challenge is quite obvious because what we are building, which is not exist already, we are building the complete new ecosystem for wedding. That's a challenge. Obviously, you'll face it. That's why we
See, that is true. But, few very close connects of investors that I have, when I tell them what is Wedzat, when they ask, immediate combination that I say is like, it is an YouTube plus Instagram plus a Amazon market or a marketplace. So that is what immediate way of simplifying what Wedzat is. So of course, when you say what Wedzat is like a vendor discovery platform, so I understand there will be users who comes and upload their videos, married couples in fact, and there will be viewers who view, and the viewers can unlock or they can access the vendor bases technically. How does it works? When I say like I'm a user, I log into the platform and I see a videos. It is like in YouTube videos or Instagram videos. So what different is it from any other streamers?
See, since it is a video-based vendor discovery platform, if a couple, like the couple who are going to get married, they can come to our platform. They can take an inspiration by seeing the real couple video. If they like the video, they can take an inspiration. They can extract all those vendor details with just one click. So that's why, it's a video-based vendor discovery. The marrying couple.
So now this opens to the next question: why Wedzat? Because when you jump for an answer, before that I have to phrase this question again: why Wedzat is not only why Wedzat, it is about what are the gaps that you address in the market. Because I'm sure like you would have done your ground study in the competitors in the market. So why Wedzat?
Actually, vendor discovery is completely broken today because couple scroll multiple platforms for their wedding because they go to Instagram, Pinterest, Google, again vendor listing platforms, like so the one question for them for the big day is, I can trust this vendor or not, because that's where, because they can't gamble their big day. So that's why people, they are going to a platform to take an inspiration, everything, but it's all our vendor paid promoted video, fake reviews. Again, it's a Instagram creation videos.
We cannot take a second chance on it.
Yes. It's a one big day in our life. So that's why Wedzat comes in. We fix. A couple can come to our platform. They can see the real video, which is not uploaded by the vendor, which is uploaded by the real couple.
But yes, I understand that. But you also allow the access for vendor to upload the video as well.
Yes. See, in a platform, it's not listing first. It's video first. You can come and watch the video first. Then you can go to the vendor profile. So vendor portfolio will be again, it will be a trust factor will created earlier before seeing the vendor profile.
So it's like a boutique, or we call it as a complete combo, end-to-end shopping. So I don't have to go to different sites to access any kind of vendors, or I don't have to validate or call and check. But rather, this is I have it very handy. I see the live experience of other couples, and then I unlock and I reach the direct vendor without any kind of intermediary or any disturbances, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, Aravind, how it is different? Wedzat, how it is different, and how you position the Wedzat?
See, every vendor listing platform, as I told you earlier, like every vendor listing platform, it starts with vendors. So, but we are completely different. We start with our real couple uploaded video. So that's where we are different already, because our core is like completely different from our competitors, because their focus is completely on couple who can come and explore the vendor directories, but we are not directories. We are video ecosystem. You can come and watch the real wedding videos. So that's where like we are completely unique. And then it's not, see, there won't be any cooked stories by vendors. So, and also there won't be any paid reviews. There won't be any influencer created videos. It will be the real couple who have the real videos.
So this submits to the target audience. In fact, this calls for someone is getting married. So I don't want to name any competitors, but rather than we call it as known name, we get into YouTube for an inspiration, or Pinterest for an inspiration, or Instagram. And again, if you ask me whether this is validated, no, right? So we see it, we like it, and we see, okay, it would be nice like if we have this kind of a wedding. And how it is, it's very tough to reach these same vendors or any available vendors. We show that video and we say like, I wanted to do like this. Can you do like this? Can you recreate something like this? But rather, you're allowing any users to get in directly touch with the vendor who has actually created it. So that is a unique concept of it. Or else, when we directly have the access to the reaching the right vendors, and behind that there is no fake stories.
Yes.
You don't need to guess for the work actually, because
right. That also gives another validation.
Yeah, because like in Instagram, if you go and take an inspiration, it ends only with an inspiration. You can't able to find the real vendor. If you can able to find the real vendor also, you can just, you can do a cold DM for them. But DMs are always, it goes under, spams or like, junks in the Instagram. Vendors, they won't be like, they won't be available for like 24/7 for you in social media, because social media is not built for weddings. But we are completely for wedding.
That's actually true.
Moreover, while taking, you are taking inspiration. And here we have given filter in our Wedzat platform. Suppose I want to take an inspiration within 10 lakh budget. Because when weddings, budget also which matters.
And also the location, in fact. Say I want to find a wedding hall, probably in the south of Tamil Nadu or south of Chennai. So you also give that filter as well.
Yes. Location and budget filters are there. There are many other filters. Location and budget filters also is there. Whenever you're coming to Wedzat, you can choose your budget, you can choose your location. All these wedding inspirational videos shows within your budget, within your locality.
Which is like we will filter everything, and based on that, we'll be able to choose the vendors. Again, that goes for a video validation.
Yeah. See, your inspiration to execution under one roof. You are taking inspiration from a video. You like anything from that video, decor, makeup, or costume. You are going to talk with the vendor who will do it in your locality, who will do it within your budget. That makes your execution faster and smarter.
See, now we also come across a lot of theme-based weddings or celebrity-inspired weddings. So this also gives an easy idea uh, to reach the right audience. In fact, sir, when we start something as in startup, we know a lot of groundworks that you have done, as in before you move into a big idea. But I'm sure pretty much like you would have completed your groundwork stating like what is the market size for this.
Yeah. In India alone, if you see, more than 1 crore weddings are happening every year.
There are two investments which are major in our complete throughout the life. So one when we build a house, another one like when someone is getting married. So that is a huge expenses. Though the construction is an investment, but wedding is always an expense. So when you say that, I totally agree with you. There is always we buy it or we borrow it.
Yeah. So we are planning to launch, exclusive wedding loans by partnering with banks. And weddings are the biggest personal purchase in life without buy now button. We are trying to fix that. We are because in 90 to 120 days, you may spend more than 10 lakhs. We are going to offer exclusive wedding wedding credit cards. When you use our credit cards, you save 10%. So in 120 days, even if you spend 10 lakhs, if you save 10%, it's a 1 lakh saving which you are going to offer. And in India, there are a lot of marriages are getting cancelled in last minute now.
Could be a lot of reasons.
Lot of reasons. It can be a bad weather.
Disaster.
Yes, it can be some family and friends demises, or it can be any other reason. I would say.
So maybe cancelled or postponed.
Yeah.
For some other reason.
But both the cases, whether it is cancelled or postponed, still you are incur a loss, whatever you paid as advance. To compensate that loss, we are going to launch wedding insurance via our platform. That's why in the beginning itself we have told we are building wedding video commerce platform. We are not just building a platform; it's a complete ecosystem. So, and apart from that, if you see, we are launching something called a gift registry. This is exclusive, this is exclusive gift registry for couples.
Sorry to stop you
Yeah.
here, and this has already been practiced in abroad. Where
You are right,
We have
yes.
never practiced.
Yes. Across the globe, wedding gift registries are quite famous, and in India, it's just getting this. It's just getting its attention, and we are going to build exclusive wedding gift registry for marrying couples. These couples' chosen gifts will be on the home page. There will be multiple thousands of gifts. If one person chosen one gift, the other person cannot choose the same gift. But your budget may be 500 or 1000 to gift that. For that amount, you may see 1000 other gifts. You can choose any other gifts and purchase it from us. The beauty is, you can purchase it from us. You need not to, these gifts need not to get delivered to your home. Suppose if you want this gift to be delivered at the venue, we will deliver at the venue. You just come out of your car, take the gift and gift it to the couples. Then have a good and pleasant
These are
gifting
all,
experience.
additional things that we wanted to do in the phase 2.
Yes.
And also, there is something on phase 3 as well.
Yeah, and the phase 3 even a bigger. It's quite early to talk about that. This $1 trillion industry still relies on word of mouth and ad driven trust. Wedzat is redefining this by building transparency layer and trust layer by the way of real couples uploaded video. That's why Wedzat, we are here to crack this market.
Aravind, let's talk about the target audience for this.
Yes. See, Sendal rightly mentioned earlier, like, our platform is a three-sided marketplace. So in our ecosystem, there are three people, what we mentioned earlier. So one is the couple who is going to marry. And the second one is recently who got married, they are going to upload their wedding video in our platform. And the third one is vendors will discovered by real weddings. These are the three people who are involved in our platform. Yes. And mostly, in our platform, it's not vendor-led platform. It's a couple-led platform. It's a creator-led platform.
So the target audience is like, as you said, the couples and the viewers. Viewers could
Yes.
be of anybody.
Yes.
And again, this opens to a different question. When we say Wedzat is like a wedding, or this is only exclusive for wedding.
Yes. It's exclusive platform for wedding. See, it all started with my own wedding actually. So I got married a year ago. So for a wedding planning, like myself and my partner, we went, multiple platforms. Like for an example, like Instagram for inspiration, like again Pinterest for some more ideas, then again Google for vendors, and WhatsApp to coordinate with all those vendors. Like instead of like, it's a joyful experience, right? Like, but we feel like somewhat like stress. So that's why, like we thought like, okay, so maybe.
See, the stress is more, in fact, when we are not able to reach the right vendors for this. Right?
And also the problem, like now we have the video what we loved. We are giving that video to my vendor to replicate the same design, makeup or look or whatever. But my vendor says definitely 100% will do it.
But we'll not be able to trust them. Or we
Yes.
always have a second thought, whether will they be able to do it, will they bring my vision? So
Yes.
there's always a question.
See, it's kind of a guesswork. Like because we are taking an inspiration from social media is not built for wedding, but still, everyone, there is no option to take an inspiration from outside, like a proper exclusive platform, because it doesn't exist. So that's why, like we have given a wedding video, the wedding video which we love to my vendor. My vendor said he can replicate it. We find it, even though like we have like some trust issue, but still there is no option, right? So we have to go with that same option because everyone has like, like 2 or 3 options, but we have like only one finger option. So we have to go with that. So when we waited for the final result, we are like completely, not completely, we are like quite disappointed because, in the marriage day,
We not do anything.
we are not doing anything.
Will not be able to do anything, or not will not be able to correct it, in fact.
Yes, even like I don't know, like people they said, yeah, I came to a wedding, like I have experience with my kids and all, like they are playing with those play area and all. You have arranged something, it's good like that. That time only I recollected those. So after that, there is a proof. It's a video, right? So when that video comes, like we are seeing that, like okay, somewhere it's missing. And when people like my wife, friend, they have started talking about this. Hey, your makeup is like quite better than your, it's your engagement look is quite better than your marriage look. Somewhat they are giving some points and all because they are very close to her. And even my friends are telling like, hey, this photographer is not focusing you guys like here and there. You guys are running behind. Even though you are standing in front of stage, you guys are celebrity on that day. But you guys are always, like coordinating with like vendors and everything. So what I can see, there is a very huge problem what we faced during the wedding and planning the wedding also. So post wedding is nothing, because we have that video, we are seeing that video, and like that's it. We can't do anything. So the reality we have to take it. So that's why like what I thought, like when earlier as an entrepreneur, so I want to do something new in this world. Like it should not exist earlier.
So you need to hold it because my next question is on that. So I know there is a huge transformation when you move from employment to an entrepreneur. That is a very big step, in fact. So I want both of you to answer that question, in fact.
It's about the passion, what you're driving for and what you committed towards it. At this stage, at this age, having family and kids, dependents on me, and leaving the job, yes, obviously it's high risk. I cannot take risk only based on the idea or hope. I can take risk when the signals are stronger than risk. That's what I did. Once we have this idea, after having multiple brainstorming session, and after speaking to multiple couples, many couples, how they are planning their wedding, and doing POC, we found that the results are interesting. And it's not just a platform what we are building; it's a category waiting to be built. That given me strong confidence and hope to leave my job and starting this entrepreneur job, employment to entrepreneur. Not only that, I strongly believe the world class platform not necessarily should be started in Silicon Valley. They can be built from India for the globe. This is the passion and vision which strongly drives me to take this risk. It's a worth risk to take it because we are building something unique and we are going to help millions of couples to have a stress-free wedding planning experience. That excites me a lot to take this risk. I believe it's worth.
That is a beautiful answer, in fact. But given your background, I would like to understand more about. See, I know personally your previous assignments. Would you like to say something about it?
See, close to 2 decades, I have experience in fintech and financial services. My recent assignment, last two assignment, I worked with renowned fintech companies. One is Funds India, which is a B2C platform, and I worked there. Another one is Asset Plus, which is a B2B fintech platform and financial product distribution. Both these given me a lot of strong insights and hope because I worked in the early stage to till their scale up stage. Sorry, I work with them from the early stage and the leadership team. So I understand complete ecosystem how the startup functions and evolves, and each stage what it requires to build, and how we have to take the next step forward, what is necessary. So it is a very good learning for me. And fintech all along is about building trust. The people often mistake that fintech means more about technology. End of the day, you're going to meet the customer, right? If the customer has the trust, he'll invest through you. That's a big game changer there, the trust. All along in my career, being in financial services and being into fintech, I built trust. Correct? That's my experience. Yes. So I built trust all along. So that motivates me because wedding is more than money actually. It's a big moment. It's a big day in life. To execute that, they need trust. I can replicate this trust building experience. Whatever I had for so many years, I can replicate with this in the platform what we are building.
This also helps me to decode the answers of Aravind as well when he said um, there is a validation when the vendors are onboarded in Wedzat, right? So let's not speak about the competitors, but still, uh, you know, when this is a big event, this is a big moment. In fact, when you say like the couples are planning, and that is a big moment for all. In fact, the entire family as well. And there are also reputation that we carry, so we cannot take second chances. When the Wedzat is favoring that and easing our process, that is truly a different deal maker. You wanted to go with your answer?
So I've done my master's in UK, which is like MS Construction Project Management. So during that time, when I started my studies, for 1 or 2 months, I've taken money from my parents. So I was in a gym actually. So he started poking something, this and that. So I was completely broken for the first time. But that broken time is I wanted in my life actually, because it's not from the outside person, it's my dad actually. So that turned me to find a job every day. So I was trying to find a job every day. From next morning, I started finding a job. Every day morning, I will start walking every restaurants, every shops and everywhere. I will go and lie them, because I will go and tell them. See, in a restaurant, I will go and tell I'm a chef, I'm an Indian chef, because I love cooking. So I used to tell them I'm a chef, please give me a job like that. They will say like, drop your resume and leave like that. Okay, fine, like that. Then again, one day, another shop, and I started working in a sun tanning salon also. So by, like a admin person. So then in UK, like, you won't know, the work is not guaranteed. So all of a sudden, they said like, there is no job for you. Like after like 2 to 3 days. There is no reason, because they might find like some other people. I might be a replacement for someone. Then again, someone will be replaced. So next again, so I started finding one shop actually. It's an off-license shop. It's like a supermarket in UK. That's the retail business. I went as a employee there. So I was like asking him, every day I keep following him, the boss actually. Can I get a job? Can I get a job? Like this guy, he always says, no, I'm looking for a full-time guy. Okay, fine. Like that, I'll maintain that. Like, but still, I never give up. I'll keep on following him. He never picked my call, because I always, make a call again and again to him. Somewhat like he get annoyed. So one day what I did, like I went to his shop and I was standing there itself and I was like calling him. In front of me, he like seeing the call and he kept like that, and I entered the shop. He said like, okay, fine. So what do you want? Like that, he said, I want job. That's it. I want job, like that. So he said like, okay, you know this job, right? Like that, the till and all, like that system, that POS and everything. I said billing and everything, I know, like that. Even I lied them. Okay, I'll give you a 15 minutes training. You stand here. I'll give you a 15 minutes training. Then after that, you have to take care of the shop, like that, he said. Fine. I agreed, and he gave me a 15 minutes training. After that, he left the shop, and I was like taking care of the place. So he said like, if anything wrong happens, the bill and everything, I'll cut from your salary, like that, he said. Okay, I have taken that, and like even I'm taking risk at that time, but I don't have any option. But I want some job to, because I'm a person, whenever if someone is like demotivating me, I'll get motivated. So in that place, I started learning from customer. Every day customer will come, I'll ask them like, because I know this particular system, this one is not complicated, just to scan the product and you can put it in the bill. But the next one is like lottery and everything is there. It's quite confusing for me because it's very new. So that's why, like I started talking with customer and everything. And, the shop is not like that much, selling, sale. There is no sale for the shop because the shop is hidden backside of the bus stop. So the customer is like not quite...
Not in a primary
yes.
Cannot catch the audience.
So what I did, I started picking those customer like one by one. I started talking with them and I'm asking them, do you like this or that? Like like everything I noted and kept. And I started placing an order, like only those products every month. I'm not wasting those, keeping a stock in my place. I'm just started making what the customer need. Everything I kept a note actually. So from that time, I rebuilt that old shop to a new sale. So it's quite like impressed by my boss actually. What he said, okay Aravind, because I have multiple shops to rent, but this shop is not my focus. But what I can do, I can give you a share actually. You can be the boss.
Oh.
You can be the boss. You give me a share percentage for me, like that he said. The first time I'm becoming an entrepreneur there. So what I did, okay, this works for me. What I did, like my friends were there in my home. I asked them, okay, you want me, you want to work in my shop, like that I was asking. Hey, you are already working there, right? You have to ask your boss.
I became an owner today.
No, I'm a boss today, so you can ask me, like that I said. So, okay, that's why, I put my friends there.
That's a complete big transformation.
Yes.
You cannot expect in...
Yeah.
It takes time actually for me.
I know the hard work that you would have done.
So then my friends, they came, they started working. I'm giving hours and, I do all those, like booking and booking a product and everything end to end I will do that. So that's where my startup, that entrepreneur journey, it started for me. Then again, after that, after a year, like that's a situation to come back to India. So then I started, even in India, I don't want to sit at home. I want to do something because that triggered already. So now I want to do something because
The entrepreneur skill is already there.
Yeah.
Which is trained by the previous boss, in fact.
yes, I really want to thank him actually.
We
So
all,
yeah.
we all do, because I'm an entrepreneur. You're an entrepreneur. We all do thank our boss.
Yes.
So it started again. So I don't want to sit at home. I find one co-founder and I started one medical billing. So that's where my second journey it started. So I started that company and I run that company for 5 years. So in between, like there are like many ups and downs. From the starting itself, what I felt, okay, we kept a big foot in this company because it's not a easy, because I have to handle a international client as well, because it's a very big position now. That one is a shop. Now it's a big transformation for me. I have to adapt that. So what I did, like I started learning slowly, like because this environment is totally different for me, because I have to maintain people here. So then again, like there were so ups and downs and were there. So at last, like after 4 or 5 years, I want to do something new. At that time, I got married. Then I faced so many problems in that. So that moment, I thought like, okay, this is not my place. Our place is different, because I always wanted to build something new. So as my co-founder Sandal, he said, right, like building a platform from India to globe is a dream. So that's where even we align
Something
together.
new, something fresh.
Yeah.
Yes, that's where
I truly admire, even this calls for a memory that you asked me, said any other fintech no, I would have said no.
Yeah.
There was an upfront discussion. I was
Yeah.
very honest to you.
Yeah.
When you asked me, sir, is it a fintech? No, Then I keep asking a question, sir, what it is, please tell me. And I said, you come for a meeting.
Yeah.
Then he said, like, then when I convinced my partner also, so it was like very fresh.
Yeah.
We always like fresh ideas in the market.
Correct.
Because it also gives us more excitement to work.
Yeah.
Rather than we again go with a different way. There'll be something uniqueness, but this is already a unique, beginning. So that's one good thing which I, always admire. You came up with a different, altogether a different concept.
Yes.
But though it is hard for us,
Yeah.
I know the pain behind that you're building. So I'd like to ask, I know how hard it is,
Yeah.
though we, speak in terms of like, as it's very easy to build as it looks like, but it's not.
Yeah.
Tell me the challenges that you handle or you face.
Yeah. Startups are always a challenge as well as opportunity. Every day, new challenge which comes in. Every challenge opens a new question, and every question will start finding a new answer. The new answer will raise another question. Then we'll start working on it. That's how startup works. Because that too, when we are building a new category all alone, it's not easy to build because you don't have references. You have to build everything from the scratch. Even the design part, our website, our mobile app designs, what we have done, it's an interesting story. We don't have any reference to seek around because altogether it's a new concept and idea.
Yes.
Then we have started sketching the entire screen on our hand. Then after doing all this sketching, we have converted into Canva designs. From Canva design to then we spoke to Figma designer to make this as a Figma design. Then that designs moved into technology team to build this complete product. Whatever the design you are seeing now, it's our hand sketch.
Right.
So that is a
So
big,
this is like, there is even a different startup when they started in a tissue paper.
Yeah.
So this recalls to that memory.
yeah. It's a completely scanned sketch design, what we have done. That's what you are seeing in our website. And similar to that, fundraising also is challenge. When I have an idea,
I know where you're leading to this.
Yeah.
When
I have-
you called me, you were in the building stage, in
Yeah.
fact. Okay.
in the building scratch stage, when I have pitched like an idea, I called you, like, as hey, Indu, and I have this idea. Then we met in a pizza shop. I remember I pitched you the complete idea. And when we are trying to raise, seed funding, not only you, many people said that you have an idea, but you need to build a POC to get seed funding. Then I've gone and along with me and Aravind, put all our time and effort, and we have built POC. After coming up with POC result, which is a strong traction and strong result, people told POC is not enough. You have to build MVP. Then we have started working on MVP. Then we have built the product. They said, hey, now we are product ready. Can we get funding? They said, you need to build traction. Then now we have done the soft launch. Then we build traction. Now we have close to 300 users now. What would be the next question you know? Hey, do you have
What is the
revenue?
revenue?
Okay.
See,
It goes on. But now since we have enough traction and strong real 300 plus users, it's growing every day. Now we have I believe the probabilities are higher to get funding. I would say one more interesting challenge what we faced during this. We have built a complete platform. Then we have gone for a soft launch. We asked people to upload the videos. All these people came and uploaded the video. These are the wedding video which are a 4K quality and multiple GBs, 2 GB, 3 GB, 4 GB. Our system got crashed because of uploading this huge videos.
resolutions.
Yeah. And after that also we have corrected that system crash. Whenever we are trying to view the video in mobile, if you see one video, your entire daily data back will get over.
Because of the high
Yes,
HD
high
resolutions,
resolution.
we call it as.
Then that's what we got shocked. What we have built so far, something other problem has come in. Then next, I would say next 1 week we had sleepless nights, and along with our CTO and the entire team, we have continuously brainstorming what we can do. There are a lot of interesting ready-made solutions are available, but which are very costly. Being a bootstrap company, we don't have enough money to opt those services also. Then what could be the ideal solution? We have discussed with the team, we have come up with a concept, then we have built our own middleware on our own. And that middleware takes care of all this compression process as well as conversion process. Now the middleware is ready. Now you can see multiple videos from our platform, and suppose if your mobile network quality is low, then according to
It
that
will
quality
adjust.
video will get
So
adjusted
we
and you
can
will see the
see it
video.
in any kind of screen, it automatically
Yeah.
gets adjusted.
It
That's
gets
the point.
adjusted. The quality also based on your network,
That's adjusted.
and the data consumption also very low. Accordingly, we build our middleware, and we started processing these videos. That is also interesting because after launching it, we have faced. Then it took another 2-3 months to rebuild everything what we have built. This conversion process, building our middleware. Again, we have relaunched, and we have gained 300 plus user. I would say. Like this every day, new challenges and new opportunities. That
When you
excites while you're building, while building a startup. This kind of challenges which excites a whole lot.
The challenges which excites me to start the show, in fact, when you told me we were working on different possibilities to reach the investors.
Yeah.
Honestly, we were trying. Every day we used to connect and then talk like we would have shared a lot of decks
Yeah.
to the VCs or the investors. But sometimes when they come back with a different perception, which always questions me, are we moving in the wrong direction or the deck is actually carrying the right information? So I cannot keep asking you to redo the deck every other time. So in fact, Wedzat made me to do this.
Yeah.
So we came up with a different idea of to decode the complete beyond the slides. So that is where of the slides with the founders, which help us to walk through the complete journey of the founders. In fact, their challenges, be it anything, how you are struggling to build this. In a way, we see it as very easy, but it's not easy.
Yeah.
So this helps us. In fact, I have to thank you for giving this opportunity to enter into a different dimension of my career.
Thank you so much. And luckily, we are the first guest also, I believe. Yeah. That's how
There is a
start.
high risk, but still, I'm truly grateful for giving me this show.
Yep.
We'll move on to the next question, which is very important. In fact, I knew like we are into the pre-revenue stage. It will take some more time for us.
Yeah.
But tell me about it. Like it's very early for me to ask this question. But honestly, like when we will break even, when are we expecting to break even, or when the revenue will be generated?
See, when it comes to break even, so we'll, like we are focusing for the first 6 months to 1 year, like we are focusing only on customer, one second,
Vendor onboarding.
creators. So yeah, so when it comes to break even, so our first focus is to acquire our users, because since it is a UGC platform, so we want to acquire a user first. which means we are a creator-led platform. So we are going to acquire a creators, vendors, and the marrying couples. These are the 3 prime users in our platform. We are going to acquire them first. So then we'll move on to with the revenue stage. So that's why we can assume our break even will be in 24 months.
Okay. Which is technically, which leads to another question. I wanted to keep this very simple. We cannot deep dive on it. I wanted to understand the streams of revenue.
And we have different streams of revenue. We have discussed in the early also. On the phase one, our revenue which comes from vendor subscriptions, and we offer some exclusive service called Wedding Event Expert. For that consultation, we charge from the customer, and for the wedding executions, we charge commissions from the vendors. And these are the 2 major mainstream of revenue on the phase one. And our phase 2 revenues, which comes from TB commerce, which I was explaining earlier, and from wedding gift registry and wedding fintech, what we are going to offer loans,
These are
credit
all the
cards,
phase
and
2 and
insurance.
phase 3, in fact.
So phase 1, predominantly core stream revenues are vendor subscription and wedding event expert consultation and wedding vendors commissions.
This is an interesting question, in fact.
Yeah.
So now we are all in the AI era.
Yep.
So, what is my question is gonna be? So, are there any AI, we call it as an integration or implementation in Wedzat?
Yes. We have built a lot of AI layers in our platform. The point number 1, which is to make AI matchmaking. How this matchmaking works. You are coming and viewing the video based on certain budget, certain locality, certain inspiration. The AI completely will understand your behavior. Then it will give you right kind of a videos to see and filter in vendors. That matchmaking will happen via AI. That AI layer we have built. And since we are a platform, people comes and upload the video. There can be inappropriate videos also people can come and upload. To avoid that, we have built AI watch tool. Whenever you upload a video, our AI watch tool will watch this. If any inappropriate content, it will remove that from the platform, and it gives the notification to user as well as for to as well. So that AI layer also is there, and we have built one more interesting something called a Wedzat, AI chatbot. How this AI chatbot, how it works? You want to plan for your wedding. You can do the complete brainstorming about your wedding with our Wedzat. And apart from that, hey, I want to get married. I invited 500 guests. I want to get married in Chennai, T Nagar is the location. If you give this few information,
you throw a question, it comes up with a filtered answer.
It will go and act on behalf of you. Then it will search all the perfect marriage vendors in T Nagar and how you can execute your wedding. It gives 3 different quotation: good, better, best. And which are the vendors? Not only suggesting vendors, along with the vendor, whatever the real work and real couples feedback, everything will be there.
It's more like a personal assistant?
Yes, I would say. And that too, on the initial space, we are offering this completely free of cost for all the users.
Right. It's more like someone who comes and watches this for budget friendly.
Yeah.
See, everybody comes with a budget, though it's a high budget or low budget, it's a budget.
Correct.
So it helps us to figure all the terms, in fact, to collude this, right?
Yeah.
Makes
So
sense.
we are rather than you need not to spend months of planning. Come to our Wedzat, come and give this information.
Half an hour work, we do all those things.
You just find all these 3 relevant quotations, compare it, contact the vendor without any middleman.
All the chaos is like sorted.
Yes.
Now, can we talk about your team size?
We are we started with to be honest, like 1 person, 2 person. Now we are like 22 people in the team actually. So it starts with like tech team, marketing team, and even vendor onboarding team. So we are right now our teams are our pillars. See, when it comes to teams, so we have it started with 0, but now it's almost 22 people are there in our team. So to start with, tech team, they are our pillars, and next marketing team, and the next one is vendor onboarding, and our key person is wedding expert. So wedding expert, she have almost 8+ years of experience. She executed 1,000+ weddings.
See, I wanted to ask a very important question. What is the ask? How much we are planning to raise? And also, let's talk about the utilization plan. Not to deep dive in it, but just give an outlook of it.
This round we are raising $500,000 USD to strengthen our product, to get better market visibility, and these are and to build our core team members.
Why to invest in Wedzat? I also one more follow-up question. Are we looking for only a strategical investor or purely a financial investor?
Yeah.
Anybody would like to take this answer?
Yeah, I'll answer your first question. Why to invest in Wedzat? We are building, next big thing in wedding. And for the investor, those who are investing in this early stage, they have a huge opportunity to multiply their money.
That's true.
And apart from that, this is not a regular product or Me Too product what we are building. The market is so massive. Even though the market is so massive, emotional across the globe, it's $1 trillion plus, still it is driven with outdated technology. And Wedzat bridges that gap because wedding is more about trust. Wedzat is bridging that trust. Wedzat is building that trust. It's the next big thing in wedding industry. So definitely we can invest.
So you are the market disruptors.
Yes, you are right.
And anybody wanted to take the follow-up question? Like, are we looking for any strategical investor or a financial investor, or both will be sufficient?
See, we open for both actually. We value alignment more than capital.
Strategic investors brings belief and lot of market insights and disrupting solutions.
Also, it's like help us in a different dimension to think and move forward
Yes.
as well.
Yes.
So, right.
See, financial investors will bring scale, market discipline, and also like market credibility.
At Wedzat, we choose investors who build this category along with us.
We are also looking forward for that.
Yes.
So, let's get into a rapid fire.
Yeah.
This, I want one-line answers.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wedzat.
So, wedding video based vendor discovery platform.
Problem.
Trusted vendors.
Solution.
Real wedding videos uploaded by the real wedding couples.
Revenue.
Performance led.
Traction.
Early users, live product.
And how much are we raising?
$500,000. Finally, Wedzat is not just replacing directories. Wedzat turns memories into infrastructure.
That goes actually a one line for us.
Yeah.
So, thank you so much for joining and taking all the time. And seriously, this is our first episode, in fact. Thank you so much. And we had a very good and insightful discussion. And with this, we conclude the episode of the deck with the founders.
And thank you so much from our side, from Wedzat. So because it's time to decode decode the platform actually.
Hope this podcast will bring us investors.
If you're a founder and you would like to be part of the series, please write to us. And if you're an investor who would like to engage with Wedzak, please write to us. And we'll add the contact details in the description.